Retouch off. What does that mean? Okay, no idea. Here's what we can do. Choose a sticker. Nope, not choosing a sticker. What about that one green screen? No, that'd be silly. We don't want a green screen, do we? It's all lighting on. Yeah, excellent. Nope, no lighting on. What's that one? Effects. What kind of effects could I have? This is strange. What if I said, yes, I want cat eyes? What happens? Nothing. Okay. I'm just playing about with buttons here. Take notice. Don't choose stickers. Right, okay. What I should have done was put, maybe stop this and start again. Oh, hello, somebody's there. Hello. Should really have a thumbnail for this, shouldn't I? I'm too late without starting this all over again. I think it's about this. Nope. Games, playable games. Chat filter, automatic chat. Nope, don't want that either. Right, I could just stop this and start again, couldn't I? Let's do that. Let's stop it and start again. There's nobody there. Nobody there. Who's the algorithm? Show a human face. YouTube thinks it's so clever. Okay. Right, I'm going to stop this. Oh no, as soon as I say I'm going to stop it, people appear. Never mind. It gets me hang up on my tripod. Ouch. Right, how's about that? Right, let's try and straighten it a bit. Yeah, somebody looking over my shoulder. Who's that? Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. Right, hello everybody looking in. Very nice of you to look in. You're looking in on Terry's greenhouse ambience. Again, I'm assuming you can hear me okay because I've got the little Bluetooth mic here and one plugged into the bottom of the iPhone as well. And this is my secondary channel. I have three channels actually. This is my secondary one, and this one's the one where I put in anything that I want, which could be stained glass, it could be talking about this, it could be letting you see the greenhouse or the garden, or my weirdest video yet was a couple of days ago out in the garden using what the Americans would call a weed whacker, I believe. We call it a strimmer. And it was a strimmer cam, basically. My DJI Action 5 Pro camera attached to the end. Joanne Alves, hi. Joanna Alves, hi. Attached to the strimmer and just strimming in normal speed and strimming with slow motion on. And then I added some heavy metal music to it. Just something daft. I want to do something a little bit different. And on this channel, I can get away with it because I can put anything on this channel that I want to really. My main channel is the one that's in the title for this, which is at Terry McGeary Scotland. So if you want to try my other channel, which has got sensible stuff, wow, Brazil, wow, great. We have Joanna Alves looking in from Brazil, folks. So yeah, please do that. I love it when people say where they're looking in from. So yeah, so please do that. If you're looking in from anywhere, You must be looking in from somewhere. Do that. Hope you're having a nice day, Joanna. What time of day is it? Possibly early morning over in Brazil. We're kind of evening here. What time are we? No, quarter to 5, late afternoon. My favourite mug. I don't know if you can read that. Just having a coffee. It's a time of day when we start looking at TV programs, early TV programs, and my wife enjoys looking at the quizzes. I sometimes enjoy the quizzes as well on TV, but sometimes I just don't want to feel it's end of the day and that's us indoors for the rest of the day. So I come into the greenhouse, and in here it feels like it's still daytime. It is still daytime, and it saves me being settled for the night because I really want the day to go on a bit longer outside. So that's why I'm here. And it's nice, the ambience. I've said this is greenhouse ambience. The video I did again about 3 days ago, I think I called it greenhouse ambience because that's what it is. It's just having a look around my greenhouse. And at that time, I showed people what was growing, what was going to flower within the next day or two. And some people like it. Yeah. And even better, some people care enough to sub to the channel, this channel. And if I'm really, really lucky, people will go to my other channel, which is in the title, the at Terry McGeary Scotland in the title, and look at my hiking videos. So yeah, if you're into hiking, you're into outdoors, you like nature, you might like my other channel. So please have a look at it. If you like it, click a sub. If you don't like it, just click a like. Click a like anyway. And I hope you like it. I spend a lot of time, I put a lot of hours into editing on my other channel. On this channel, not so much because it's mainly things like this, live streams, which I do. And live streams, as I usually tell people here, it's a different kind of animal. You know, pretty much what you see is what you get. Any mistakes I make, that's what you get. If I fall over in the garden, that's it. I fall over in the garden. I don't edit it out. So yeah, so this is just a one for chatting. And what I thought I would do is I've got my, if I let you see, got my laptop with me, and I'll do some editing. It's got some tape on it because last year, it's a MacBook, it's not the kind of thing you should throw around, but last year I was on my bicycle going somewhere for the day, and I thought I'd take my MacBook with me for some reason. And it was in my pannier on the back of the bicycle, and I went over a bump, and the pannier mount came off. At least the pannier bag anyway came off, fell across the road. This didn't fall out of the bag, but it definitely got a couple of scratches on it, little dents at the edge, which are a bit sharp. So hence I've got some tape on the bottom bit, tape on the top bit. That's the bit that must have hit the road first. So there you go. So I thought I'd come in here and do some editing. I've got my external drive plugged in, which is that one there. So external drive is plugged in. This is from my Fast Movie. Found it's a good idea to show things like this close up. I think the YouTube algorithms does notice things like writing, and there's a chance that this video might be offered to other people because of things that I've shown. The other day I was in the greenhouse, as I mentioned, and I was doing some wandering around the greenhouse, showing people the various plants. This guy here behind me with the 3 faces in one, showing people all these things. And I happened to mention Sempervivum, which is one of the plants I'm growing here, a group of plants called Sempervivum. They're succulents. They grow in fairly dry conditions. They like a lot of drainage and so on. so 5th. So I was showing people that, and I said, I think it's called Sempervival, and I showed them the label close up, right? And I'm sure that's been noted, either me mentioning the word or the label has been noted by YouTube's algorithms. And as a result, I was offered yesterday a video to watch. And guess what it was about? Sempervivums, right? So it's all very cunning. You know, YouTube is very cunning. So I'm trying to play it at its own game, beat it at its own game, and show all these things to make sure I get as much capital out of it as I can. I say capital, money's not involved. I have not made a bean out of YouTube and probably never will. And certainly not from this channel, because I only have 80, I did have 83 subscribers on this channel. And then after my streamer cam video a day or so ago, I lost one person. I've had 83 for a long, long time. Somebody, I think, didn't like my streamer cam or the music going along with it. It was kind of heavy metal track. I don't think they liked that. And it had machine gun sound added onto it to add drama to the whacking of the weeds. So I think I lost somebody on the basis of that. So I don't have a lot of people on this channel. So if you want to join this channel as well, feel free. Do click a sub on it. But more importantly, look at my other channel. And if you like that, yeah, do click a sub on that too. And just watch the videos I do hiking all over the place. This channel's got some good stuff on it. Anyway, I'm waffling. Again, yeah, no, again. I'll put this back a little bit so I don't kick the tripod. And I'll have a look if I'll do some editing. Drink my coffee now that it's stony cold, thank you. All right, let's see, let's put this up here and see if tomorrow I end up getting offered videos to watch all about Grandad's. It'll be Grandad's Day presents or adverts to do with Grandad's or something, I don't know. Maybe artificial hip adverts or something like that, who knows. But yeah, so I'll drink this and then I'll go on that. So if anybody's here who is a subscriber, please say, oops, it's just, sorry, Joanna. I think I've just deleted your last message if Joanna's still there. Just touching the screen. Let's see if I can bring it back. Yeah, I think I brought you back. Maybe. Yeah, I think you're back. Okay. 2 people on. Hi. Thank you very much. Just going to go on about editing now, but if you want to ask me anything sensible, that is, then please, I have some weird questions. There's something sensible, please do. And if I notice, I'll stop editing for a minute. I'm editing one for my other channel, whose name is in whose address is in the title, the Scotland one, right? So if you want to see what the next one will be, I'll wait until there's a few more people looking in perhaps, and then I'll show you. I'm going to go down a bit. Be able to see the number, it's better. So if anybody wants to know, let me know. Right, here we go. Find iMovie. I'm using iMovie for it. Get rid of this. Oh, get rid of this hat. It's better. may as well look respectable if I'm on here. What I'm doing is editing a video about a place called Green Bank. And Green Bank is a garden and house owned by the National Trust for Scotland. It's not far from where I live. So it's a place that my wife and I quite often go to have a lunch. Right, just get this onto headphones so you don't have sound blasted at you from here. So let's do it. System settings. Stay up again. Okay, it's better. Out of the way. Yeah, a few people looking in. Avishkar 101. Avishkar 111. Thank you very much for saying hello. How are you? That's better. I thought you were saying hell, sir. And Olivia the 14. Thanks, Olivia. Oh, you subscribe. Wow. Thank you very much for that. That's brilliant. I love that. I love that. To this channel. Oh, India, Avishkar. It's fabulous. I love it. Yeah. Okay, Olivia, thank you very much. If you get a minute, do have a look at the other channel, my main channel, and subscribe to that as well. And my subs are kind of stuck on that channel. It's the one with Scotland in it. It's in the title for this video. It's at Terry McGeary Scotland. So you could do a copy paste for that one. But yeah, stay with us by all means. I'm just doing some editing in the greenhouse here because I like to be out here. Thank you very much. It's full of hiking videos and fabulous music. I have a license for Epidemic Sound. And Epidemic Sound, I don't know if you know it, but it has some fantastic vocals and music and various things. And I use a lot of that for my other channel because I have a license for it, only for that channel. Unfortunately, it doesn't cover this channel. Everything, folk music to heavy metal and everything in between. Vivaldi's Four Seasons, it's everything basically. Yeah. Yes, I love it. One of the things I really love when I'm editing is looking for good music. So I'll spend a long time listening to track after track after track, getting one with the right tempo, something that appeals to me, something that fits in with the video. And sometimes I get it spot on, and people have said to me, oh, how do you get the music to be so right for the video? Partly it's a case of, it's like paintings, you get out from it what you want. So some people listening to it will take out from the sound what suits them to fit the video in their minds, as it were. I don't know if that sounds sensible or not, but yeah, it's well like paintings. Two different people look at a painting. On the other channel, I've got 1,600 and something. I can't remember offhand, but it's kind of stuck. This channel, I think in the description for this channel, I say something along the lines of everybody has a drawer or a cupboard in their house, usually a drawer, where they put things that they don't want to throw out. It might be useful, but it might not. It's like a key without a lock, or a padlock without a key, or a battery that might work again, a piece of thread, a needle, things like that. This is my channel. If you look at it, when you get a minute, have a look at some of the stuff that's in it. You'll find some weird and wonderful things in here. It's things that don't have a theme generally. This greenhouse bit, it's most of a theme I think I have. I've done a few where it's been a visit to a famous museum close to us here, near Glasgow, in Glasgow, in fact, the museum is, and it has that's, would it be world class, European class stained glass collection in it. And I've been going there taking photographs of that and finding the history of it and just going through the actual history behind the pictures in the glass, because I think it's fascinating. All these stained glass things from old churches, old cathedrals, and sometimes just from big houses, and they tell stories. And to me, they're like slides of the past, colour photographs, Polaroids from the past, fixed in glass. So I like the romance of it. I think that's a great thing. So I've spent some time doing that. And generally, this is a channel where I put that kind of thing, not so much my other one, which is mainly about travel and hiking, and maybe sometimes a museum or a gallery where I visited on a travel somewhere, if that kind of makes sense. So this one's got all sorts of weird things in it. Don't know if I've mentioned to you, but I lost a subscriber. I've had 83 for months, and then after, I think the day before yesterday, I did some streaming weed whacking with an experimental use of my camera, my action cam, fastened on to the to the weed strimmer. A bit bizarre, and I accompanied that with some sort of heavy metal music and other things, Machine Gun soundtrack when the weeds were being obliterated. You have 9. I'll need to look at your channel then. What kind of stuff do you do? Partly what's good in YouTube is if you have a particular theme and you stick to it. So this channel is never going to do very well on that basis, because it's not really a theme. Transitions from so I'm doing a before and after. Oh yeah. Sounds like an interesting one. Contrasting things are probably ripe for watching. Have you started along? I'm 74. Avishkar. What age are you, Avishkar? I think maybe a 1111. I started in January. Wow, that's early days for you. Yeah, you'll build up your numbers in no time. Avishkar, you're 74 as well? Yeah, I started, I don't know, many years ago. But, I still remember my first video, actually. It was in Edinburgh, which is the capital city of Scotland here, where I am, which is in the UK. A friend and I, my friend Philip and I, went into Edinburgh. We visited the National Museum. No, we didn't. What did we visit? We visited the National Art Gallery. And we took some video around, and I was quite self-conscious about doing it. He didn't want to be on film at all. So I think there's a very slight picture of him somewhere in it, so I pan a camera around. Good heavens. Like, how could they do that? Surely that's important. How did they do it? Why did they do it? Presumably it was some kind of accident. Did they have your password to your channel? And were helping with something and then accidentally pushed the wrong button. Yeah, that's shocking. God, that's awful. Yeah, I'm not surprised, because that's takes a lot of work to get 3,000 subscribers, and to lose it like that. Yeah, yeah, that's not good. Yeah, that must have been quite a little breakup. I'm sorry to hear that. I don't know how I'd do if I lost all my channel suddenly. I'd have to start again, and I might do it better the next time. I quite like to think of it as a storage place for a lot of memories. Yeah. I've got my public channel, my public section of it, but I've also got videos which are, jealous is a terrible thing. I've also got some private ones which are family. So, I've got my grandchildren playing as they get older. So that's quite nice to have. So when I'm going, people can have all of those, you can download them or something, and then they can get rid of my channel. I don't know what happens to channels when you pass on. I think if you're inactive for long enough, then maybe just delete your channel. And not only you deleted, but your channel is deleted soon after. I hope you get your channel built up again. Watch a lot of videos. It's always good to watch people's videos quite critically. Inspired me to do YouTubing. No, I don't think so. Not particularly. I've got some really good friends on YouTube. There's some of us who always follow each other's channels. And we have a friend I actually have met in real life, and we meet up occasionally and do some collaboration work. So you can look up Scott of Scott's Land. That's the channel's called at Scott's Land. Scott SCOTTLAN, no, SCOTTSLAND, Scott's Land. And he's very good. He has some great history in his channel. He's good with dates and kings and so on. I always have to have a piece of paper beside me, or I tend to forget who they are, or when they were. Other than that, I just look at other people's channels and I see some great ones. There's some lovely channels out there. There's Ervin's Lens, for example, is another nice one. He was in, I think, Norway. Ervin's Lens. Or maybe not. Maybe he's in Slovenia, Balkans, somewhere like that. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of people. I just look at them and I look quite critically at them, and I think to myself, right, if you take away the music, what's the video like? So sometimes, take away the soundtrack and just watch what people have done, and you might think, well, it's all right, but with music, it really gives an added thing to it. Yeah, so that's why I've paying for this music through Epidemic Sound, because I think the music adds so much to a video. Take away the music, and you think it's all right. A nice drone shot over hills and valleys is fine if it's quiet, but then you put on some dramatic music that suits it and it really makes it sing. So yeah, so it's good to do that. So at present, I've got the music in this one that I'm doing just now. And the music I'm looking at is an artist called Kylie Daly. So I don't know if you know Kylie Daly. Look her up. You'll get her not just on YouTube. I think she'll be elsewhere. I'll spell her name for you. It's Kylie, as in Kylie, right? Kylie, and Daly, as in Dailey. Kylie Daly. Some of her tracks are absolutely gems of listening, and some of them fit my videos perfectly. And you might hear it if I put this on just now. Welcome to Greenbank Garden. The National Trust for Scotland provides us with lots of information about the garden. They describe it as an urban oasis with woodland walks and plants for all seasons. Yeah, I won't play anymore because otherwise, if you can pick it up, we'll get into copyright problems for using it not through Epidemic Sound, because this channel doesn't allow Epidemic Sound because I haven't paid the extra for it. So yes, she's good. So let's see. Oops. Welcome to Greenbank Garden. Just putting this on to the National Trust for Scotland provides us with lots of information about the garden. Just putting it onto headphones. They describe it as an urban oasis with woodland walks and plants for all seasons. Enjoy its vibrant colours, they say, and textures. Breathe in the scents of flowers and listen for the sounds of wildlife and water. Be inspired by an impressive collection of over 3,600 plants. The garden has a wide range of spring flowering plants, most notably over 500 different varieties of daffodils. Memories. Right, I think I'm going to go and get another cup of coffee, hot, or tea, is it? Tea, hot this time. I'll give you a preview. Meanwhile, of my next upload on my other channel. That's an idea. See if this works. See if this works. This is something I never tried before. Welcome to Greenbank Garden. And if you're chatting in, you might. There we go. Leave you with that for a minute. At the back. And I'm back. I hope you managed to see a little bit of what was on the screen while I was away. Never tried that before, just letting people watch the screen. So there we are. So where was I? Waffling about waffling about YouTube, trying to play it in its own game. And this channel being the channel where I just put anything on that I fancy. So there you go. So a couple of people watching. Thank you very much for watching. Nice of you to be here. Right, I'm doing some editing in the greenhouse. Very, very slowly because I'm too busy chatting to people, which is very nice. Editing is good. I know that some people, my friend Scott, as in Scott's Land, if you look it up, Scott's Land, Scott with two T's, Scott's Land. He's not a fan of editing much. I enjoy it. I will sit happily chopping, fitting in bits to the beat of the music for hours. Doesn't bother me. And I'll sometimes use my extra gadgets like this one here, which I'll show you. That's a nice little thing here, which is great for recording. I've had it for some years now, to the extent that it's now getting, just like some of my old cameras, the plastic starts to degrade, like it's oxidizing or something on the surface, and it starts to get a bit sticky. It's a good thing. It's got stereo. You can see the two pickups in it. It's got stereo. It's got, if you want to see it, I'll show you the odds and ends. Powered by one of those 80 batteries. Of course, the batteries fairly quickly, so I always carry a spare battery with me in the box. And this thing has got some of its own memory, but not much. But it's also got a slot for your micro SD card in there. It's handy. You'll get a lot of sounds, music, whatever, recorded on a micro SD. So I use that. It has a jack with a tripod on the bottom, so you can have it sitting on a tripod, pointing whichever way you want. Don't often use it that way. Sometimes I do. Normally, if I'm recording something, I'm reading off a script or I'm looking at the screen, and I just have this at arm's length and clicking on. It's very easy to operate. It's just a case that on the side we have a little hold switch there, so you just click that down and hold it, and then you see what happens on the screen. So click it, hold, hi, and then it's ready to roll. And then when you want to do recording, just press the record button once, and there you go. And at present, is it doing it? Yes, it is. You can see if I make some noise, it knows it's making noise. You'll see the scale on the side going up. Side, this side here, you'll see the scale, the graph going up. So when you're talking, you just make sure that it's not clipping off the top. So you can lower the sensitivity input level by pressing that up or down, increase it or decrease it. Or I can just put it further away from you. I think outdoors, if I remember, it's not too good wind-wise. You need to put something on it. In fact, I have put an old, I think it's a cat toy. I took the tail off a squirrel, cat toy squirrel, and put it over once before to try and cut out wind noise. So, as I say, press and away it goes. And press again, and that's it. And then you can either take the USB micro SD card out, or you can connect directly through that USB out there straight into your computer. Yeah, quite easy. So yeah, and then switch off, you just hold out and hold again, and let it go, and it says goodbye. That's it. Right, I was nobody there now. It's time for me to go. Get some work done. So that's it. So I'll just say goodbye, everybody, and cheers for looking in. If you're looking at this channel, thank you very much. Do subscribe to it. Give me another 1 subscriber to bring me up to 83 again. Since I lost somebody yesterday who didn't like what I was doing. And look at my other channel, which is in the title of this one, right? That's my main channel, and I can do with some more subscribers. If you like hiking, you like nature, you like outdoors, travel anywhere, trains, buses, cruise liners, you might like my other channel. On the other hand, if you like eclectic mix of stuff, from stained glass to a bit of travel to garden, greenhouse, succulents, yeah, and you might enjoy this channel as well and subscribe to it as well. So thank you very much, and goodbye.